What's up guys, it's Matt with Dean Team Golf Carts again, and I'm here to show you a brand new screen that they just came out for all of the Intelligauge products now that are coming out. All the 2025 models from now on are going to have this screen. It's called the Intelligauge, and it's pretty cool. So let's take a look over here. First thing you want to do, pretty simple, turn the golf cart on, and then we're going to see several of the same indicators that there originally were on their first display. You're going to have the percentage of battery life that's remaining in the vehicle. You're going to have the amount of miles, or we'll get to it soon, but you can actually change this to show how many hours are on the golf cart. And then this is going to show if it's in forward, neutral, or reverse. That letter will change here so that you can know. I guess it's helpful for vehicles that don't have this key switch right here. But if you go ahead and you just tap on the screen, you're going to have three different display options that you can kind of move into. The first one I want to talk about is going to be this little picture of a screen. What that does is allow you to go into a settings page where you can adjust kind of what's being displayed on the screen. So if you prefer your units to be shown in kilometers, then that is the one for you. I'm going to leave it at miles per hour for us. And then here when I swipe over, you can see I can select or deselect the state of charge. I can select or deselect a speed display. And then I can either change between the odometer, which will show you the mileage, or I can click hours for it to display as well, if you prefer it to do that. Here we have just a basic brightness display. You can just click and drag the slider here to change that. And not exactly sure what that one does, to be honest with you. I believe it has something to do with this pin setting, which we'll get to shortly. On the bottom left here, we have a picture of the golf cart. This is going to change different mechanics and performance of the golf cart, if that makes sense. So when we click on that, we can click performance, and this will allow us to set the max speed if we want. We can change the acceleration. We can change the deceleration. We can turn on what's called eco mode, which will kind of save some of your battery but provide a lower performance of the vehicle. And then you can adjust your regen brake as well. So if I dive a little deeper in it, each time you want to swipe through different selections, and then when you are on the selection you like, you're just going to tap it. So if we want to set max speed, let's tap it. Right now we're set to max, which should be about 20 miles an hour. You can actually swipe and change it. Let's say you have kids driving the vehicle and you don't trust them with the responsibility or whatever, you can adjust this to make it slower for them and faster for you, kind of whatever you're looking for. There is also the acceleration here, which is pretty sweet. I have it cranked up all the way because I find it to be pretty fun. Keep in mind, it is very powerful. This is also a questionable setting to have cranked up all the way, just as far as like longevity of your motor, battery life. If you're looking to get the highest range on your golf cart, I would not necessarily recommend cranking this all the way up to the maximum. The default setting should be, here we're going to go back here, default should be around 2 of these arrows. You're just going to basically click on each arrow, one arrow being the lowest acceleration and 4 arrows being the highest. So let's just put this on 2 because that's going to be pretty much where you want to be. Your deceleration, a lot of people, if you let go of your gas pedal, you'll notice, and a lot of people have told me that they'll notice it kind of slow itself down when they're rolling down a hill, right, to prevent it from rolling out of the way. I like to leave this one between 2 or 3, but again, you have 4 options here that you can choose between. Eco mode, you can just tap to turn on or off. We've got plenty of charge time here that we can do, so I'm not too worried about that. And your smart regen brake, you can turn that on or off as well. Moving on to diagnostic and information, this will basically tell you either the system info, which is like your vehicle serial number, controller serial number, software numbers. This is stuff that your dealer may ask you for when you're looking for service for the golf cart, or if you're trying to register one of these with the state, they may ask for these identification numbers. This will actually tell you if there's any fault codes, which is pretty awesome. You've got a history of fault and events, so the dealer can actually more easily just kind of go through and see what's been happening with your golf cart. You've got more battery info, so you've got, you know, how many amps are being pulled through it, what voltage is it running on, battery health. You've got all sorts of awesome stuff. I mean, I want to keep this a relatively concise video, so I'm not going to go over everything today. And then the component monitor would just be, you know, checking on each thing like brakes and motor temp and all that kind of stuff. And that would be both for the performance here. And now this is one of the coolest things about this display, in my opinion. So right now, remember, we have this set to max speed. We have about half acceleration and everything. That's going to be great for adults. But let's pretend you have the kids over, or your cousins or somebody is here, and you don't trust them with the golf cart, but they want to take it out. I can click this lock button, and I can do a lot of different things with this. So let's say, you know, our pin's 1, 2, 3 right now, right? 1, 2, and 3. You can kind of just click on each one and change those. So 1, 2, 3 is pretty easy. For the situation I'm talking about, you can actually click this speed limit button and adjust the speed that you want it to be while the golf cart is in this locked mode, right? So I have it set to 6 miles an hour right now. And if I drive, I can push my foot all the way down. I'm just going to turn around real quick. This is my max speed right now. I'm getting 6 miles an hour, which is super cool because you can really adjust this and keep your kids in check. The other thing that's really cool about this, if I click this and click the pin again, I can actually lock this golf cart. So if I try to press the pedal, nothing is happening. It won't let me go. I could put it into reverse and it will still beep, but no matter what, it still doesn't drive. Even when I turn the golf cart off, take the key out, go into the store to get groceries or go hang out at the neighbor's house in a sketchier area or whatever, I can still fire up my golf cart and you're still going to be locked. So even if somebody gets your uncommon key, they still can't drive it unless they know your PIN. So I'm just going to go ahead and unlock this golf cart again right here. I'm actually going to fully unlock it just so that we can show you kind of what it's like. So when I'm driving, I'm just going to take a short drive to show you a couple last things. This percentage here that shows my battery level will change. Actually still locked to 6 miles an hour. There we go. I unlocked it. You have to click the unlock button. But you'll see this will change and it'll be a speedometer for you. If you remember, we had it set to max. So you should get 20 miles an hour, exactly what it said we would. I'll see you guys shortly inside. I want to show you one last thing while you charge the golf cart. Hello again. We're inside our beautiful Chesterfield location and hope you missed us because we missed you. But now we're going to go ahead and just plug this golf cart in, and I want to show you one final thing on this gauge. So why don't we get right to it? So you plug it in right there. Your gauge will turn on, shows you your battery level, and it's really cool because once it kind of figures out where it's at in the charging process, this will show you that it has 34 minutes until this will be a 100% charge. So it's much easier to estimate how much longer it needs to charge in order to get a full charge so you can take your golf cart out with your family and friends. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'm happy you stopped by. My name's Matt again. I work for Dean Team Golf Carts, and we've got the largest inventory in the Midwest. You can check out our website at deanteamgolfcarts.com. And if you wanted to call one of us and talk to us about what we've got in stock and what we know, that's awesome. Our number is 314-647-4000. Thanks.